Good night, my YouTube family. Now I saw an article in the paper where Mr. Golden was in St. Elizabeth. That's where Miranda Wellington is running for the Member of Parliament. And I saw some videos, so I will show you at the end of this video, at the end of this voice note, what I've seen. Now I'm going to read what I saw in the paper. Thank you, St. Elizabeth, for an evening filled with love, unity, and shared purpose. Your energy reminds us that time come for a better life. The PMP is committed to championing real change for every Jamaican because we believe that everybody is somebody and deserve the chance to thrive under a government that truly cares. The word is love. The mission is progress. Yes, you can see they are campaigning and and having their rallies all over the place. I don't know how they do it, but I'm telling you, they're going from parish to parish, and boy, and they go to some more than once. I don't know how they keep up with it, and see, they are really fighting and going around and meeting and so forth. So you guys will see at the end of this, what is happening on the grounds of St. Elizabeth. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. So please like, share, and subscribe. This is part 1. So I'm going to show you part 2 shortly. Thanks.
Oh, what a time! Oh, what a beauty I see before my eyes! I am so proud of where our party is reached as we march on to progress. Comrades, time come and time will come because the PNP is now an unstoppable force in this land of Jamaica. People want change. People want progress. They want to get better in their lives. And it is the People's National Party that is going to deliver that change. Comrades and friends, we have before us tonight the 4 candidates for the 4 constituencies here in St. Elizabeth. We have assembled a wonderful team to represent the people of St. Elizabeth in Garden House in Parliament. Starting in the north, in the northeast, we have a wonderful attorney at law, a brilliant woman, a woman who can talk to you, a woman who wants to stand for you, and say, "Hear up, Jamaica said." When I move over to northwest, we have a principal of a school, a hospital, a community. Power for power's sake. Power will never drug me, come in a run down power. Power is a tool to uplift the people of this country. And it must be in the hands of somebody who can be trusted to use it responsibly, not to abuse the right, not to rip off the people. That is why, comrades, we have had to be standing up for the people in so many ways. We've had to stand up to prevent the abuse of state of emergency when they were using it like confetti and detaining thousands of youths and putting their life through hell and making them lose their work and criminalizing them in many instances. And we said, no, that is not the purpose of the state of emergency. It is in the Constitution to protect the state from being subverted in a crisis. It is not a new form of curfew or a new policing tool. And we took them to court. And we stood up in Parliament and stopped it from being extended. And the court agreed with us. And the court ruled that it was unconstitutional. And that every single one of the over 25 states of emergency declared because of unruliness were null and void, illegal and unconstitutional. power, for power, comrades, as the General Secretary has said, as Minister of Justice, I saw the ganja issue as a human rights issue and as an economic rights issue. A human rights issue, because from I was a youth, I know and I have seen so many youths hauled and pulled by police because them have a little jar of weed, or a little split in them hand, or in them dark corner, or a Rastaman of him chalice, or him chill pipe, and they must say yes to Jah and praise the Jah, and the police were locking up for that, and I said no, and when they kill Miranda in jail, over us in jail, I said it has to stop, and we brought legislation, and we decriminalize the personal use of ganja, and the policeman can't do that to you again. And the economic right was the other part of it. Because we say, ganja should be uplifting the people, the small farmers who build the industry and help to build the brand of Jamaica around ganja, which is an internationally respected brand. And so we created a regime for medicinal and therapeutic ganja with the man, the little small man, the little small farmer, very much in the center of our consciousness. And then we lose the 2016 election and the Labour right took it over. And they don't believe in it, and they don't understand it. And the thing has been a complete waste of an opportunity. But when the next Congress, as the General Secretary has spent $9 billion a year more to make that happen, and most of that money will be spent with our farmers, because it's our farmers who are going to produce the food to feed our children in this country, and they can learn. And we have the right program, because we recognize that the cost and availability of transportation is a real hindrance to many, many parents. And for those who have 20,000 families that are going to benefit from our right program when we roll it out. $500 per day, $2,500 per week, $10,000 per month for that family to help cover the cost of transportation. So yes, we want a bus system, we want safe buses, we want reliable buses, but buses alone can't do it, because we know the terrain of Jamaica, where it's up and down, no bad road. So we have to have a proper plan that can reach each and every one, and that is what the PNP plan will do, because we want to make Jamaica move forward, and all our children must have the opportunity. Will be spent with our first in family program. We realize that education is the best antidote to poverty. And we don't want to see a situation where a family hands down poverty from one generation to the next. It's been going on for too long in this country. So we have the first in family program. We're under the next PNP government. If you are the first person in your family ever to be attending university or college, the PNP government will give you a full scholarship to uplift you so you can pay forward and uplift your family members and take them out of poverty. And then when it comes to the Student Loan Bureau, we're going to cap the monthly payment at an affordable percentage of what you actually earn. And if there's a time when you're not working, we're going to suspend the obligation to pay so your credit record don't get spoiled up. We are thinking about the students of this country and young people, and we want to make it safe and attractive for them to invest in their own education, and the Student Loan Bureau will be reformed to achieve that. When it comes to housing, Clyde Morris tell you about our plans. We intend to build 50,000 houses in 5 years, affordable houses, using public lands that are not suitable for agriculture. At least first in family. And we have the rent-to-own scheme. We have the rent-to-own plan, because we recognize that so many of our people are informally employed and they don't have a pay slip every fortnight or every month to prove their income. There could be a farmer, a taxi driver, a hairdresser, a cosmetologist, a small shop owner. They want to get access to a loan to buy their house or to improve their home. But right now they can't prove their income, so they're not eligible for the loan. We have the rent to own. You can go into one of those affordable houses as a tenant, and you pay the rent, which will be equal to what the mortgage would be. And after a few months, we think 6 months is appropriate. We will say, you've made your 6 months of payments. You've proved yourself worthy. You don't need to have no pay slip. We will treat you as having proved your income. Here is the loan. Try it down. Buy the house. Move from being a tenant to owner and own your piece of the rock. And we have the rent to own scheme. We have the rent to own plan. Because we recognize that so many of our people are informally employed and they don't have a pay slip every fortnight or every month to prove their income. They could be a farmer, a taxi driver, a hairdresser, a cosmetologist, a small shop owner. They want to get access to a loan to buy their house or to improve their home. But right now they can't prove their income, so they're not eligible for the loan. We have the rent to own. You can go into one of those affordable houses as a tenant, and you pay the rent, which will be equal to what the mortgage would be. And after a few months, we think 6 months is appropriate. We will say, you've made your 6 months of payments. You've proved yourself worthy. You don't need to have no pay slip. We will treat you as having proved your income. Here is the loan. Try it down. Buy the house. Move from being a tenant to owner and own your piece of the rock. Are very, very talented in creative industries and cultural industries. Whether it be musicians and players of instruments, singers and songwriters, sound engineers, artists who paint, people who make craft out of clay, craft out of wood, craft out of straw, people who produce graphics in the world of the internet and are influencers and so on. We are establishing a fund for them, $1 billion, and we're going to top it up every year so that we can push the creative industry and push the cultural economy and transition Jamaica from being dependent on where we are now to a better life where our people can flourish in so many areas of economic activity. We need to create a strong economy in this country so that value can be created right here and wealth can be distributed fairly and equitably across the whole nation. That is what the People's National Party's economic policy is about. Right now, we have a Prime Minister who is Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. But what we're seeing is economic stagnation. And the youth's future is in jeopardy. And we have to do something about it. That's why the PNP must come forth with our training programs, our education programs, our housing programs, our agricultural programs to make sure the economy are very, very talented. And you know, I am aware that there are some Jamaicans who are not interested in the politics and they don't trust politicians. And they would like to see constitutional reform to make the system better. And I say to them, the next PNP government is going to take the issue of constitutional reform seriously. We're going to establish a process which involves civil society in all its forms in the center of the process. And we will not just confine ourselves to the things that were agreed between the parties 30 years ago. We will look at things like fixed election dates. Because what is going on now with the uncertainty and how destabilizing it has been for business people, not to mention ordinary Jamaicans, we can see the merit in fixed election days. Whether it be impeachment, to hold our public officials accountable so that we can go out with hanky-panky or then beat a lady in a car park with a stool. They're not supposed to be able to come and run for no election. That is a disgrace. A disgrace. We will look at a myriad of things when it comes to reform. Even the gag clause in the Integrity Commission Act, we are prepared to look at modifying that so it's a better.
I grew up in a church. I know for respect and show reverence to God Almighty. I don't claim to be perfect, I make mistakes at times, but these are you who know to pay reference to a true and living God. I hear them keep gospel concert. And the biggest fall of them get is when they tap the mic and play a rude busy signal song. And I want to say to them tonight, let me take you into some real scriptures. Do not deceive Labour Party, for God is not mocked whatsoever amongst you. Like I say, shall he reap? The Prime Minister.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.